Hey, what's up everyone? This is Silver Slayer. Thank you for tuning into this video. Green, green, green. Gold and silver are in the green. Are we in a bull market? Is this a bullish trend for precious metals? We have silver at $17.85, up 10 cents on the day. Gold, $1,585, up $6.60. I have an article from Market Watch talking about why silver prices may climb to their highest yearly average since 2014. The link to this article will be in the description, but with that said, let's just dive into it. The LBMA silver price may average $18.40 in 2020, a 6-year high, says the Silver Institute. Silver has fared better than some of its metal peers against the backdrop of a disease-threatened global economy, in part of its dual role as both precious and industrial metal. And that's the benefit that comes with precious metals, is they are used for so many different types of things, not only from the industrial standpoint, not only just for a hedge against inflation or preserving your wealth against the deflating dollar, not only from that aspect from it, but it also is intrinsic and it has value within itself. It's stored, it's used for so many different things. It's the most highly conductive metal for thermal conductivity and electricity, and scientists are discovering ways to find uses for silver every day, and more uses, thousands of different things used for it. So it gives it a lot of potential apart from other investments. The monetary value of silver underpins the vast majority of its price, and the metal, if had only industrial demand working for it, the price would be under $5 an ounce. See, they're saying that the monetary value of silver underpins the vast majority of its price. See, since what I was just saying, basically, since it has intrinsic value within itself, that's what makes it valuable, intrinsic value. If it was just used for industrial uses like copper or something else, it would be extremely cheap. See, silver's precious side means it will outperform industrial metals in the months ahead. And now we have this silver continuous contract going from September all the way to February. Futures prices for silver, the SIH 20, is up 0.72%, which settled at $17.61 an ounce on Thursday, having fallen by nearly 2% this year. Silver hasn't done well as gold in the GCJ20, that's up 0.45%, which has seen futures prices rise above close to 4% over the same period. Gold has risen on the back of monetary concerns, but that trend has been obscured by two geopolitical events. London says the U.S. dust up with Iran following the U.S. airstrike that killed Iranian General Qasem Soleimani, and the outbreak of the COVID, the disease that caused the coronavirus. Gold rallied on these geopolitical concerns and then fell as fears subsided. Unfortunately for silver, that rising trend has not been clear enough to prompt speculators to bet on silver along with gold. Still though, silver has been spared the steeper declines experienced by other industrial metals such as copper, which has fallen over 7% this year. So, China is the world's second largest consumer of silver after the U.S., and the enhanced uncertainty in China surrounding the coronavirus fears it's taking a toll on silver prices. While weaker industrial demand is likely to remain a headwind, CFRA predicts continued appreciation in safe havens in 2020, and we see a high probability that silver will outperform gold, he adds. This year, the market is likely to see continued growth in physical silver investment and the commodity's use as an industrial metal, according to the Silver Institute recently released views of the 2020 global silver market. There will be times when silver will have to contend with issues such as current health crisis in China, which could hit the country's economy hard, the Institute says. Not only that, but there's also things like stock market volatility, or stocks setting record-breaking highs. What is the dollar index doing? Things that could hurt prices, but that's when silver support needs to stand ground. That's when silver needs to hold its ground and build its stability. However, silver's uses and industrial metal accounted for over half just over half the total global demand in 2019. And the growth in metals industrial offtake is expected to resume this year, following 2 years of marginal losses, the institute says. It sees a 3% rise in silver industrial demand in 2020, with the electrical and electronic sector accounting for the bulk of the gains. See, that's what we're talking, the digital age. We are going into the digital era. Everything's digital. There's cashless nations appearing. Everything's the swipe of a credit card now. It's swiping of a card. Everything is going digital. So with that noted, silver is used in all this technology, so it's going to benefit as the years go on. We see 3% gains this year. Who knows in 5 or 10 years what the percentage could be. So the international silver market is poised to experience higher silver prices in 2020, even coming off the 4% increase in 2019. So last year, a marked shift toward looser monetary policies as the U.S.-China trade war fed concerns about global economic outlook. Unpinned silver, says the institute. The institute says. So the institute projects this year's average silver price at $18.40, which would mark a 13% rise from 2019 to a 6-year high based on LBMA prices. We base this on current global economic health and geopolitical uncertainties throughout important economies. But addressing this forecast, it is a return to silver industrial demand growth coupled with robust increase of 7% in silver physical investments. So we definitely need to stay on the silver bandwagon, because the potential is just becoming overwhelming. A lot of people try to backdate and say, oh, silver is a bear market, it's not a good investment, but it is. Look historically, in the last 30, 40 years, silver has been $50 twice. And what was happening during those times when silver was $50? Recession looming, global economic outlook, or economic growth shortening from the recession looming, but also stock markets becoming highly volatile. A lot of volatility with stock markets. They go up and down to drastic extents, much larger than precious metals. In return, a lot of new money comes into the world of precious metals, especially as people see it as a safe haven alternative. So the potential for silver to get this $18.40 range, this 6-year high, is definitely possible. And when that does happen, what is your strategy? Now we can go on to the last part of this video, is turning it to a question for you to analyze and reflect upon your strategy. Because if silver is $19 in that $19 ballpark, are you going to be buying, selling, or holding? A lot of people are probably going to sell, especially the ones that got in at $15, because they're like, okay, well, I'm already at a $5, $6 profit per ounce. Do the math. That can add up. That adds up quick. And a lot of people might start selling in return when it still is relatively low. See, even though silver is $19, or when it hits $19, it seems nice, it sounds nice, but silver has so much more potential. And that's what this article was always also saying is, just in 1 year, in the year 2019, the industrial use, or the growth, is 3%. Imagine in 10, 20 years what that percentage could be. In return, correlating to silver's price, think of how high that could go. So I don't want you guys to sell yourself short. I was kind of talking about this in my video yesterday, talking about why you shouldn't sell your silver right now. Just because prices are starting to inflate doesn't mean you have to liquidate. You can, you can sell some of your silver, but don't sell yourself short. Do it in increments. Have a safety net. Have a price you're not going to sell under, or you're not going to buy above. So you have basically a safety net apart from impulse buying and panic selling. So I thought this article was really good. It mentions a lot of different things, like the health point from it, talking about the virus spreading, what that affects, and also why, how, and when we could see higher silver prices and what that entails. So I definitely think this was a great article. Like I said, the link will be in the description if you want to check it out yourself. The link to these articles are always in the description. But more importantly, I'd love to hear from you. I would love to hear what your perspective is. What is your outlook, your intake? What is your perception on this whole matter? Do you think that prices are going to stay higher, or do you think this is just a slight rally or a false flag, as they say? meaning the price could go back down to that $16, $17 range. I definitely think it has potential. You guys know I'm very bullish on silver for many different reasons, even that I've mentioned in this video, and I definitely think that the potential is there, the opportunity is there. We just have to take advantage of it. So anyways, I do appreciate you guys and gals for tuning into this video. I appreciate all the comments, the likes so much. If you did enjoy this video, if you thought it was educational, informational, or just entertaining, make sure to smash that like button. Also make sure you subscribe if you are new, because I post daily videos. Anyways, I'm gonna wrap this video up here. Like I said, the link to this article will be in the description. This was from Market Watch, talking about why silver prices may climb to their highest yearly average since 2014. What do you guys think about $18.40 silver in 2020? It sounds nice, and it's definitely possible. Anyways, I'm out. Thanks for tuning in. This was Silver Slayer. Bye. Peace.